Welcome everybody to the RA facility here on the campus of SMSU, where the Southwest Minnesota State University Mustangs are playing host to the Minot State Beavers. Michael Sterling here with Ali Kopacek, and Ali, SMSU coming off a tough loss last night at 84-63 to the University of Mary last night. And what are you looking for in tonight's game that might help the Mustangs to bounce back from last night's loss?
Again, it all comes down to their rebounding abilities and the turnovers. They need to start controlling the ball more and not just throwing it away or getting a little too excited and just throwing it. They need to start focusing and keeping control of the ball, fighting for those rebounds and boxing out. Especially with Minot having two huge rebounders on their team. Carly Bogue is definitely going to give them problems, averaging 11 rebounds per game, and then the next highest, Sakara Molina, 4 rebounds per game. But then point-wise, too, Carly Bogue is going to be someone they definitely need to watch, averaging 16 points per game. They need to find a way to shut her down.
The series history between these two, this is only the second meeting. SMSU defeated Minot State back in Minot, North Dakota last year, 72-60. That was back on November 11th, 2011. And like we mentioned, SMSU lost last night to the University of Mary. SMSU dropped to 4-19, 2-15 in conference play. Minot State moved up to 10-11 and then 6-11 in conference play. They defeated University of Sioux Falls last night. So both teams are kind of going in opposite directions lately. Both kind of struggling to get something going. All right, we're about a few minutes away from game time, and both teams are out on the court kind of warming up. And again, it is the annual Pink Zone night here at SMSU, kind of raising awareness for breast cancer. Also this weekend, it's the Slam Dunk, Don't Drive Drunk, kind of a pledge. As a lot of you know, the news from this summer, Brad Bigler and the Bigler family were involved in kind of an accident that took the life of their 5-month-old son, Drake. And so been a lot of media coverage on the Bigler family in recent weeks, an article, and we've heard that people from ESPN are going to be here tonight focusing a story on the Bigler family. So it's a tough time, but you know, it's good to raise awareness about stuff like cancer and drunk driving, because obviously it's stuff that needs to be eradicated, and good that the school like this helps out with these kind of causes, because it's a good way to bring people together. SMSU is had not the best season, to say the least. They haven't had consecutive victories at all this year. They beat South Dakota Tech on Tuesday, but one of their better players, Bree Holloman, is out for the rest of the season, injuring her elbow. So that'll be a tough loss for the Mustangs. And Ali, what do you think? How do you think the Mustangs are going to be able to fare tonight without her?
I mean, if everyone steps up their game and really starts shooting the ball, I think they could pull it together. I mean, they did just fine on Tuesday without her. So it's just a matter of everyone stepping it up and trying to take those open shots, passing to people who are open to give them that opportunity to score.
On some other interesting statistics in NSIC games, opponents, they have made 240 free throws out of 330 attempts, to SMSU only making 145 out of 229 attempts. And a few more statistics from last night's game. Allie Collins for the University of Mary had 22 points, also 10 rebounds, 4 steals, and 3 assists. Brittany Dietz added 16 points off the bench for the Marauders, and the Marauders scored quite a few points in the paint. And that'll be something that the Mustangs need to stop to tonight. As you mentioned, Allie, Carly Bogue, the big 6'2" post player for the Beavers, is going to be a tough player to stop, averaging about 16, nearly 17 points per game.
Yeah, they're really going to have to focus on double teaming her and keeping the ball out of her reach if the Mustangs have any chance of taking this game.
Another player to watch out for the Beavers, Sakara Molina, averaging double digits in points as well. For the Mustangs, Allison Nagel, in her first year as a transfer out of Iowa Community College, has come out strong this year and had some pretty decent games. She had kind of a quiet night last night. We'll see if the Mustangs can improve on their performance last night and be able to get a victory. We are going to take a quick break, a few-minute break, while they do the national anthem and the introductions, and so we will come back in a few minutes. So stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
Americorn Hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners
about HIV?
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among Black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Like all new parents, my husband and I want what's best for our baby. When it came to immunizations, I wanted the facts. So I carefully researched vaccines, talking to pediatricians and other experts and asking tough questions. The answer was obvious. Vaccines like those against measles and influenza are not only a good idea, they could save our daughter's life. Take the time to get the facts. Vaccines save lives.
We all have a vision of that perfect smile. But when it comes to our smile, it's not something we can draw or wait to miraculously appear. We need an orthodontist, dental specialists with 2 to 3 years of specialized education beyond dental school. Your child might be the next Picasso, so trust that brilliant smile to the right hands. Seeing an orthodontist no later than age 7 can help achieve a healthy, beautiful smile. For more information, visit braces.org.
You can eradicate polio. You can promote peace. You can feed the hungry. You can help children do better in school. Because you can get involved with Rotary. Because Rotary believes that by working together, you can do anything. Learn more at Rotary.org.
They say America is the land of opportunity. But today, 1 out of every 6 children lives without enough. That's nearly 13 million of us living below the poverty line, struggling every day just to hang on. This is America. Together, we can do so much. Will you help? Go to povertyusa.org today and get involved.
If you've had a stroke, the chances are good.
Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota. Now let's take a look at the starting lineups for both Minot State and SMSU. First for the Beavers, number 10, Lauren Safransky, a 5'11 guard, senior out of Burnsville, Minnesota. Number 12, Sakara Molina, 5'7 guard, senior out of Hinsdale, Montana. Number 24, Alicia Jones, 5'7 guard, junior out of Killeen, Texas. Number 33, Francesca DeAngelis, a 5'9 guard, a senior out of Laguna Niguel, California. Number 40, Carly Bogue, 6'2 forward, junior out of Tamworth, Australia. The Beavers are coached by Sheila Green-Girding in her 18th season, assisted by Sean Caffin, Gary Walhaw, Bill Triplett, and Arian Hendricks-Roach. Now let's take a look at the Mustangs starting lineup with number 3, Val Sar, a 5'10 forward junior out of Bryceland, Minnesota. Number 11, 5'10 guard Michaela Sothoff, freshman out of Bruce, South Dakota. Number 23, Rebecca Rolling, a 5'9 guard junior out of Bancroft, Iowa. Number 24, Ellen Degler, 6-foot forward, a junior out of Chanhassen, Minnesota. Number 45, Allison Nagel, 6'3 forward, junior out of Fort Dodge, Iowa. The Mustangs are coached by Allison Kruger in her 3rd season, assisted by Megan Doyle, Claire DeWillius, Micah Mims, and Sam Lynn. Tonight's officials, Royce Ranninger out of Sioux City, Iowa, Troy Test out of Norfolk, Nebraska, and Brian Rump out of Omaha, Nebraska. So those are the starting lineups and tonight's officials, and we are about ready for game time. Allie, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited. We'll see how well the Lady Mustangs can rebound after last night's tough loss.
It's definitely going to be an exciting game and very interesting to watch and see if they can pull it off and hopefully keep their level of playing up, as they started out slow last night, then found the momentum and then lost it again. So let's hope they can find it and keep it this time around.
Yeah, both Mustang teams, both the men and the women, have had troubles playing a full 40 minutes of basketball. So we'll see how well the ladies can do in tonight's game. So we said the annual pink zone game. A lot of people in the stands wearing pink, and see even Minot State with a little bit of pink on their jerseys. SMSU with some pink elbow pads, pink socks, even pink shoelaces. So very pink night tonight. Allison Nagel and Carly Bogue gonna battle for the tip-off. First tip goes to the Beavers. Sakara Molina with the ball. And a foul is called. Excuse me, no foul. I'm not sure what the whistle was there. Inbound pass to Molina. Gets it to Safransky. Eight seconds on the shot clock now. Bogue sets a screen. Pass out to the corner. Three-pointer is up and good. Alicia Jones with the 3, giving the Beavers an early 3-0 lead. Nessa Rush bringing the ball up for the Mustangs. Now Sodhoff going to try a 3 of her own. No good. Rebound by Safransky. Going to pass it down court to Jones. Back out to Molina. She puts up a 3, and that one's good.
As I said earlier, that's a player they definitely need to watch. She averages 12 points per game, so they definitely need to put the pressure on her and keep the balls out of her hand.
Well, this is much like last night where SMSU got off to a slow start. Jones with the ball now over to DeAngelis. Gets it inside to Bogue, puts it up. No good, rebound by Rush. Rush with the drive, puts it up. No good, rebound by DeAngelis. Now Jones bringing it up court, now over to DeAngelis. Over to Safransky, who tries to drive baseline. Shot is partially blocked by Rebecca Rolling. So the Beavers will try to inbound the ball. It's Alicia Jones trying to inbound it. Gets it into Molina. The Beavers trying to get something going. Molina puts it up, and it rolls in. So score 7-0. I guess the first basket made by the Beavers was a 2, not a 3, and now a foul called on the other end. The foul called on Carly Bogue. That's her first personal. So the Mustangs will take it out of bounds to try to get something going. And that wasn't the best pass as it gets taken away by Jones. Now to DeAngelis. The layup rolls in.
And that's exactly what the Mustangs don't want to do, is throw that ball away constantly. They need to keep control of it and look for that open person and not take risky passes.
Now 9-0 for Minot State. Anessa Rush with the three, and it's good. Now 9-3. SMSU with a 6-point deficit. 17 minutes, 23 seconds to go. Molina gets it into Bogue, and Bogue with an easy basket. Carly Bogue, as we said, the Beavers' leading scorer. Now 11-0. Rebecca Rolling kicks it out, but once again, a bad pass, and it's taken away by Alicia Jones. Goes up for the easy basket.
The Mustangs really struggle with getting going that first couple minutes, and once they hit their stride, they're great, but it's just a matter of them starting out really strong and keeping the momentum going.
Mustangs need to work a little on ball faking, trying to not pass the ball in the way where it gets intercepted. And once again, Carly Bogue gets it up, and it is good. 15-3. Coach Kruger will want a timeout. 15-3, 16:32 left. We're going to take a quick break. We will be back. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
American Hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota, where the Mustangs already turned the ball over a couple times with some bad passes, and now they're trailing 15-3. And Allie, Mustangs really need to get some better passes going.
Yeah, this is kind of a repeat of last night early on in the game where they fell down really hard with, it was what, 17-3 for a while there. They don't want to get back into that. They want to start scoring and keeping control of the ball, which is one of the biggest things this team has to work on all season.
A kick ball will stop play momentarily. Nessa Rush gets the inbound pass. And Michaela Sodhoff with the ball. And Nagel with a mid-range jumper, and that one's good. 15-5 now, Minot State with the lead.
The Mustangs need to continue to look for Allison Nagel and make sure she gets the ball, because when she gets it, she's a great shooter. As soon as she's open, they just need to find her and get the ball to her so she can shoot it up there.
Jones with the ball now, a handoff to Molina. Now DeAngelis gets it inside of Molina. Back out to DeAngelis with a drive, gets it to Bogue. Shot is up, no good. Loose ball ultimately received by Nagel. Now the Mustangs pushing it down court. Nice cut by Degler. And a traveling violation. Carly Bogue really forced Degler to try to maybe change her shot a little bit, and she kind of shuffled a little bit too much. Well, another turnover by the Mustangs. Molina with the ball now over to Jones. Safransky back over to Jones. Jones kicks it out to DeAngelis. The three is up, no good. Rebound by Rush. Rush sends it down to Rolling, who puts up a shot, no good. And Degler will be called with the foul, bumping into Carly Bogue, who was trying to go up for the rebound.
It's great that the Mustangs are trying to get in there for the rebound, but they just need to watch their fouls because they're going to get called for those, and it's not going to help them in the end.
Hope Onlander coming in for Michaela Sodhoff. 14 minutes, 59 seconds left to go here in this first half. Molina over to Safransky, puts up a three, and it's good. Mustangs not really contesting these shots, just letting the Beavers go up for the shot, not really getting their arms up. Now Rush putting up a three, that one's no good. Rebound by Bonlander, and she goes up. That shot might have been a little off. Rebounded by the Beavers.
It's the easy shots like that that they need to start making.
Yeah, too many unforced mistakes, all the turnovers and all these easy baskets they should be making that has cost the Mustangs a lot of games this year. Another three-pointer by the Beavers. That one's no good, but Molina gets her own rebound. Another thing the Mustangs have struggled with a lot this year is rebounding, especially in boxing out.
Definitely. You always see a lot more of the opposite color of the team in there than you do the brown and gold.
Pass inside to Bogue, goes up, and it is good. Carly Bogue now with 6 points on the evening. 20-5, the Beavers with the lead. Dagler into Nagel. Nagel puts up a shot, had a bad angle, hit the bottom of the basket. Nagel gets the ball back though, and now she gets fouled. And they're gonna call that foul on Bogue, who already has her second foul.
Allison Nagel, one of the team's best free throw shooter, generally 77% from the line. So if it's anyone that gets fouled, it's good that it's her because she is this team's strongest free throw shooter.
And that one rolls in, and with Bogue having 2 fouls already, with 13 minutes, 29 seconds left to go in the first half, she may be sitting for a while. It's number 30, Savannah Kingsbury, coming in for her. And the second free throw is no good. It's now 20-6. Safransky over to Jones, puts up a 3. That one's no good. Rebound by Kingsbury, and again, another offensive board. The Beavers trying to get it in. I believe that was DeAngelis. Shot is no good. Got knocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. Inbound pass to Kingsbury. Tries to get a cross pass, or dangerous pass. Almost another turnover there. Alicia Jones with the ball. Shot clock under 10 seconds. Molina trying to make something happen. Now a shot clock at 3. Puts up a shot, and no good. Rebound by Degler. Mustangs trying to push the ball down court.
Right now the Mustangs are shooting only 22% from the paint, so they really need to start making a greater effort to take a great shot and not just throw it up there like that.
Sothoff should have had the rebound there, but it got knocked out of her hand. And the Beavers will go back on the offensive. Jones with the ball. Now over to Safransky. Kingsbury, she throws it away. Nice save, though, by DeAngelis. Nice hustle. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Jones over to Safransky. She puts it up, partially blocked by Jesse Watts. Nice defense. Now the Mustangs are going to try to cut into this deficit. And another turnover, mishandled pass by Degler. Should have been paying better attention. Kind of got surprised by that pass from Sothoff.
That's 5 turnovers for the Mustangs already. And so far, Minot State hasn't had any at all. As I said before, it's turnovers and rebounds that are really going to make a difference. And the Mustangs are also getting out-rebounded 7-10.
Morgan Close now in the game, bringing the ball up court. Over to Jones, back to Close. Molina now with the ball. Shot clock once again, less than 10 seconds. Out to Close, she puts up a 3, and it's good. Minot State just destroying the Mustangs so far, 23-6. Sothoff to Degler. Degler tries to make a move. Back out to Sothoff. Valsar tries to pass to Bonlander. Again, another turnover, and Coach Kruger just got to be kicking herself right now. Mustangs aren't really playing like they want to be here.
It's 9 points that Minot State has scored off these turnovers, and those 9 points make a difference. in the end of the game. They need to start taking control of the ball and slowing it down and playing the game that they know how to play.
As you said earlier, no turnovers for the Beavers yet. But there's the first right there. Bonlander bringing the ball up the court. Mustangs down 17 right now, looking to cut into this deficit. Kayla Sothoff over to Watts. Watts gets it back to Sothoff. Back over to Watts. Watts, nice pass to Bonlander, puts up the shot, and it's good. Now 23-8. Hope Bonlander gets her first basket of the evening.
That's what the Mustangs need to do, is keep doing that back door. Minot doesn't seem to catch on to that as of right now, and if they can keep doing that all night, it'll really help them out.
Carly Bogue back in the game. That shot no good. They're going to call an over-the-back foul. We'll see who they get for that. Savannah Kingsbury got the foul. Some subs coming in. Rebecca Rowling coming back in. Anessa Rush coming in as well. Hannah Beeler coming in. Carly Bogue coming back out for the Beavers. So 23-8, less than halfway through the first half now. Mustangs off to a poor start. Let's see if they can kind of turn things around. Sothoff over to Rush. Beeler trying to work on the inside. Shot clock at 7 seconds now. Beeler gets the pass, loses control of it, puts it up, shot no good. Rebound by Close. Jones with the ball. Kingsbury back to Close. Now a cross-court pass to Jones, puts up a three, and it's good. Man, the Mustangs, they really need to get their behinds in gear and get out on those three-pointers.
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, Minot State is shooting 66% from the three-point line, whereas the Mustangs only 25%. It's a matter of making them work for their shots on the inside rather than giving them that open three-point shot.
Sothoff looking for an opening, hands it off to Rush. Now over to Beeler, she'll try a three. That one's no good. Rebound by Alicia Jones. She pushes it down court quickly. Nice pass off to Molina, and that shot's good. And man, this Mustangs kind of fallen asleep. 28-8 right now. 8 minutes 35 seconds left to go here in this first half. Needless to say, Alia, not quite the start the Mustangs were looking for here.
No, they're really starting out slow again, just like last night. If they can just start out right away and make their first couple of shots, it helps them keep their energy level up, their momentum going. But instead, they allow the Minot State to make plenty of shots right away. They can't get their shots to fall, and eventually takes a toll on them. And Alicia Jones here, she averages 5 points per game. Right now, she's sitting at 7 points. So they really need to make sure that these players who don't score as often, they're still keeping an eye on them because they're going to make a difference.
Yeah, SMSU, those 6 turnovers so far in this first half definitely haven't helped. A lot of unforced errors and mistakes that, let's be honest, at this point in the season, late in the year, they shouldn't be making. But SMSU just kind of their struggles continue. Kind of had this kind of a rough start last night as well. They started out down 19-3. They were able to kind of make the game close throughout the rest of the game until the end, but so far they haven't made that push to get back into it yet tonight, so we'll see if they can grab some momentum coming out of this timeout.
If they can easily come back if they just start fighting for it and showing that they want to be here, they want to play, and they want to win.
Hasn't been much to cheer about so far tonight for the Mustang faithful. A lot of people coming wearing their pink for the Pink Zone night. As Anessa Rush finds an opening, puts up a shot. That's good. And there's a little something for the Mustangs to cheer about. Makes it 28-10. Jones over to Molina. Gets a screen from Kingsbury. Jones over to Close. Now to DeAngelis. Drives, kicks it back out. And Close gonna drive now. That shot no good. Knocked around. Molina ends up with a rebound.
That right there was something the Mustangs should have had. There was 3 of them standing right around the ball. All they had to do is reach out and grab it and hopefully get it back in their control and down and score some points.
Another missed shot by the Beavers. Vanessa Rush comes out with the ball. Rush getting a play call from Coach Kruger on the sidelines. Rush inside to Beeler. Beeler works around. The shot no good, rolls out of the rim. Knocked out of bounds by Allison Nagel. So the ball will go back to the Beavers. Molina with the ball, now over to Jones. Jones with the handoff back to Molina. Kingsbury with the screen for Molina. Now Molina looking for an open teammate, hands it off to Jones. Trying to find an opening, puts up a shot. No good. Rebound though by Kingsbury. Her shot way off. Rebound by Nagel.
It seems like the Mustangs can just get the Beavers to keep the shot clock running down low to a few seconds. They get frazzled and they just start throwing up stuff, which allows the Mustangs to get a chance to get the rebound and get back in control.
Degler coming in for Hannah Beeler, and number 34, Bridger Rice coming in for the Beavers. Sodhoff trying to inbound it. Inbounds it to Rolling. Puts up the shot, and it's good. Rebecca Rolling, another transfer. Both her and Nagel transferred out of Iowa Central Community College, and they both have played big roles in the team this year. SMSU is on a 4-0 run coming out of that timeout a few minutes ago.
Whatever Coach Kruger said to them, it's having an effect.
Now a foul called on SMSU. That's Ellen Degler who got called for it. Now Hope Bonlander is going to be coming in. Degler will come out. 28-12, 6 minutes, 21 seconds left to go in the first half. Molina over to Close. She puts up a 3. That one's short. Nagel with the rebound. Now Anessa Rush going to push it up court for the Mustangs. Rush with a nice spin move. Nice try for the shot, but no good. Now a wild pass. DeAngelis tried to save it, but it'll be another turnover, this time for the Beavers.
And that's what the Mustangs need to do, is keep forcing them to turn over the ball here. Mustangs have 6 turnovers, and off those turnovers, the Beavers have scored 9 points, whereas the Beavers have only had 2 turnovers so far this game.
Lauren Safransky coming in, Morgan Close coming out. Jesse Watts coming back into the game for the Mustangs. SMSU looking for anything to try to get back into this. They're down 28-12, less than 6 minutes left in the first half. Nice pass to Bonlander, puts up a shot, no good. Gets her own rebound, this time it goes in. Good job by Bonlander to stick with it. Now 28-14. Now SMSU going with that full court press. Molina to Safransky. Now Jones gets the pass. Beavers not really in any hurry to get up any shots so far in this game.
That's one thing, is they play a slower offensive game, setting up great shots and then going for it at the end. Except for they run the shot clock down too low, and the Mustangs then really put the pressure on, and it seems to make them really frazzled, and they just start throwing it away.
Offensive foul called on the Beavers. Hope Bonlander draws the charge. As we mentioned, that timeout seemed to have worked so far. SMSU on a 6-0 run after that timeout. Still down by 14 though. 5 minutes, 12 seconds left to go here in this first half. Mustangs have dug themselves into a hole the last few nights. See if they can reverse the result from last night into a win tonight. Sodhoff over to Rolling, now inside to Nagel. Nagel to Bonlander, she gets another basket. Hope Bonlander really doing some damage for the Mustangs. Almost a steal by Sothoff, but she couldn't save the ball from out of bounds. Nice hustle, though, by the defense.
Bonlander leading the Mustangs in scoring with 6 points, followed by Anessa Rush with 5 points so far this game.
Jones gets the inbound pass, now going to bring it up court. Jones looking for an open teammate, gets it inside to DeAngelis, puts up a shot. That one's no good. There's a little bit of contact inside, but no foul. Sothoff over to Watts. Bonlander trying to work on the inside again. Cross-court pass to Rolling, puts up a 3. No good. Rebound by Jones.
Allison Niggle having a solid rebounding game here. So far, she's had 5 rebounds just in the first half.
Basket for the Beavers, now a player down for the Mustangs. Can't quite tell who that is.
Looks like Jesse Watts.
Watts has had some injury problems already this season. So we're going to take a quick break while they tend to Watts. We will be back in about 30 seconds. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners
about HIV?
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, to the RA facility. Jesse Watts was helped off the court. Megan DeRuyter now in the game for Watts for the Mustangs. SMSU down 30-16, less than 4 minutes left to go here in this first half. And a foul called. 33, that's Francesca DeAngelis. Came all the way to North Dakota out of California. Megan DeRuyter putting up a 3, that one's no good. Maybe that shot might have been a little forced, but Sothoff gets the board and puts it in. Nice hustle by the Mustangs.
And that's what they need to keep doing, is just keep going for that rebound and not just walking away when they have the shot up.
DeAngelis now going up for the shot. That one's good on the other end. Now 32-18, 3.5 minutes left in the first half. Sothoff driving towards the basket, puts it up again, and it's good. Mustangs, who were once down 28-8, they're kind of working away at that lead, now only down 12, 32-20. Head coach for the Beavers screaming at her players. Got a lot of vocal coaches in this conference, that's for sure. Nice pass to the inside, knocked away by Rebecca Rolling.
Seems like the Mustangs, since that timeout, have really stepped up their game. Scoring like crazy, rebounding, turnovers, they haven't had any since that timeout. This is the Mustangs we like to see play.
Sheila Green-Girding in her 18th season as a head coach for the Minot State Beavers. Minot State in their first year in the NSIC came over and joined this conference this past year with University of Sioux Falls. Coach Girding not really liking what she's seen from her Beavers squad the last few minutes, even though her team still is up 12. But it looks like both teams have kind of had momentum switch back and forth. And Allie, let's take a look at some stats so far. What's jumped out at you?
Right now is the rebounding. Mustangs have 14 rebounds, whereas Minot did a 17. But yet, again, they've kept their turnovers limited to 6. Minot has only had 3. Points off the turnovers. Mustangs have scored 6 points once they force Beavers to turn over the ball. So they can keep doing that and keep getting those points up. It'll really help them out.
Inbound pass to DeAngelis, puts up a shot. No good. Rebound by DeRuyter. And DeRuyter pass to Sothoff, but it gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Tried to rush things a little bit too much there. but Mustangs will keep possession. Rolling going to inbound it to Sothoff. Sothoff, nice pass to DeRuyter on the inside, and now it's only a 10-point game. 32-22, and SMSU sticking with this full court press.
The Beavers seem a little unsure of how to handle it. At first they thought they had it, but now the Mustangs are really putting the pressure on them.
And now it's going to be called an over and back, so another turnover. This Mustang defense really doing some damage. And now Carly Bogue, the Beavers' leading scorer, going to come back in with 2:13 left to go in the first half. Bogue does have 2 fouls already, so doesn't want to get a third one. Lauren Safransky also coming in for Sakara Molina. Sothoff getting the inbound pass. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left to go. DeRuyter over to Nagel, now to Rolling. Puts up the shot, and it's good. And after being down as much as 20, SMSU cuts the deficit to 8. Less than 2 minutes left. Beavers are pushing the ball down court, though. Oh, wow. That's something you don't see all the time. Amanda Sansever was almost going to lose the ball. She saved it off of Megan DeRuyter's face.
She took it and looks just fine, shook it off, and she's just going to keep going.
Gives a new meaning to taking one for the team, and Carly Bogue travels while trying to get inside for the basket, so another turnover by the Beavers.
Beavers not quite sure how to handle this Mustang momentum they have going here. Team is definitely pushing it hard and showing them that they are in it to win it.
32-24, Minot State with the lead. Minute 37 left to go in this first half. Sothoff to Bonlander, now to Nagel. Nagel puts it up, and it rolls in. Allison Nagel, and now the deficit is cut to 6.
Allison Nagel, 5 points, 5 rebounds.
Oh, almost another turnover. Thought the Mustangs were going to have a steal there. Sansever really pushing it down court. Mustangs were so close to forcing another turnover. Megan DeRuyter, nice job of knocking the ball away, just couldn't save it. Man, I haven't seen this much intensity from the Mustangs in a while.
DeRuyter is definitely showing that, stepping up tonight and taking control of this game.
Vanessa Rush coming in for DeRuyter, and DeRuyter really deserves a hand. A good showing coming off the bench in place of the injured Watts.
Takes a ball to the face and still manages to fight for it and knock it out of bounds.
Yeah, I would have been down for a few minutes, that's for sure. Pass to Bogue, takes a deep 2, no good. And Sothoff couldn't save it from going out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Beavers with a 32-26 lead, 54.7 seconds left. Again, the Beavers were down 28-8, but they've been outscored 18-4 since that timeout nearly halfway through the first half. And a made basket by Morgan Close makes it a 34-26 game.
The Mustangs definitely made her work for that basket, though. They did not give it to her easily.
Bonlander tries to get it inside to Nagel, not the best pass, and that'll be another SMSU turnover. Safransky trying to drive baseline, and she throws it away. Man, it's been a kind of a sloppy game at times. Now, Coach Girding not happy with her Beaver squad. So the Mustangs can hold for the last shot. 22 seconds left. SMSU down 8.
Said it was a sloppy game at times, yeah, but it's definitely the Mustangs are using that to their advantage, and they're playing very well considering.
7 seconds left. Vanessa Rush for the 3. No good. See if the Beavers can get up a decent shot before the half. Carly Bogue is not able to get it to go. Basket went in, but it won't count. Minot State, after leading 28-8 nearly halfway through the first half, now only up 34-26. Nice job by SMSU of coming back. We are going to come back in a little while with the first half stats and kind of just the rest of the game. So stay tuned You are watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV. SMSU, where the SMSU Mustangs are trailing the Minot State Beavers 34-26. Michael Sterling here with Allie Kopacek, and Allie, the Mustangs, they kind of got off to a slow start again tonight, but after that timeout about midway through the first half, they really came back strong.
Yeah, I mean, we said too that the Mustangs need to make sure that they just start out strong, and they started out unfortunately really slow, but I said they came back, and they limited their turnovers to only 7 the first half, which is pretty good for them, and forced Minot to have 6 turnovers. Of those turnovers that they forced, they've scored 10 points off them, so if they can just continue to do that, it will really help them out. Minot are shooting 46% from the paint, whereas the Mustangs are shooting 42%, so they're pretty neck and neck when it comes down to that. 3-point shooting not looking as good for the Mustangs, but if they can hold Minot to that or start taking more inside shots on their end, it will really help them out.
After that big timeout called by Coach Kruger about midway, a little less than midway through the first half, SMSU outscored Minot State 18-6 after they were down 28-8 halfway through the first half. So it'll be interesting to see how well the Mustangs can answer back, and we'll see if they're able to make a full comeback here in this game. And I think the Mustangs played pretty intensely in the first half. They forced quite a few turnovers, and they did a good job on defense late in the first half.
Yeah, they held Carly Bogue to 6 points, and this girl is a scoring machine, averaging 16 points a game. So to hold her to 6 in the first half, it really helps the Mustangs out. Also, Melina Sakara holding her to 9 points. The big players that are key factors for Beavers, the Mustangs are doing a great job of making sure they don't get a chance to take those open shots.
So we are about to start the second half, and Rebecca Rowling going to inbound it to Anessa Rush. And Rush over to Nagel, but Valsar ends up with the loose ball, puts up the shot, and it's good. Now 34-28. SMSU still sticking with a little that full court press. Alicia Jones gets it over to Molina. Molina into Bogue, puts up with a shot. No good. Rebound by DeAngelis, though. Now the rebound by Nagel.
Beavers kind of struggling like the Mustangs were earlier. Those easy shots that are wide open, just missing them. I mean, it definitely helps the Mustangs, but Beavers got to realize that they can't miss those easy shots.
Molina into Bogue. Nice defense being played by the Mustangs lately. Now Jones with the ball over to Molina. Molina gets a nice screen from Bogue. Cross court pass to Safransky. Safransky drives, pull-up shot. No good. Rebound by Bogue, puts it up, and it's good. 36-28 now the lead for the Beavers. And that's the Rush slowing things down for the Mustangs. Sar back out to Rush, puts up with a 3, a little bit too strong. Nagel ends up with it though, puts up a shot, a little bit too strong again, and the Beavers end up with it. Alicia Jones with the pull-up shot. On the other end, it's good. The Beavers back up to a 10-point lead.
Mustangs really need to start pulling up that momentum that they had at the end of the first half and transferring it over to the beginning of this half and keeping it throughout the entire game.
Deep pass to Rebecca Rowling, puts up a baseline shot, rolls in, 38-30. 18 minutes, 12 seconds left to go here in the second half. Alicia Jones with the ball. DeAngelis puts up a shot, no good. Rebound by Bogue was trying to go for the rebound, but an over and back foul, and that'll be her third personal.
Unfortunately, Bogue being a lot taller than the other Mustang players, it really makes it harder for her to go for those rebounds behind because she's going to get called for those over the backs.
Sothoff to Nagel, dangerous pass, almost got intercepted. Now over to Rush. She puts up a deep 3, and it's good. Big shot for Anessa Rush. 38-33. The deficit cut to 5 points now. Now Molina, she goes for a three on the other end. That one's good, and that'll kind of silence the crowd.
Kruger wasn't very happy about that, shouting out to the Mustangs to cover 12, and they didn't hear her or didn't pay attention or something, and she got that shot.
41-33, the Beavers with the lead. SMSU coming into this game with a record of 4-19, 2-15 in conference play. Anessa Rush with another three-pointer. The deficit back down to 5.
That's 11 points for Anessa Rush here tonight already. She's definitely playing like she played on Tuesday night. She had an amazing game there. And she can bring that back and transfer it over here. That girl is going to be unstoppable.
Well, as we mentioned, with Bree Holloman out for the rest of the season, it's imperative that Anessa Rush kind of pick up some of the slack.
And she's definitely doing that so far.
Ball knocked out of bounds, and the Mustangs will take possession back. Ellen Degler and Hope Bonlander coming back into the game. The Beavers, they came into this game with a record of 10-11 and 6-11 in conference play after their win over University of Sioux Falls last night. But tonight, they're really in a dogfight. Degler with an opening. Gets it over to Nagel. She puts up a shot, no good. A fight for the ball. Degler comes out with it, but now a jump ball called. Possession stays with the Mustangs.
19 rebounds the Mustangs have had, or 20 rebounds the Mustangs have had this entire game compared to Minot State's 22. So still less than them, but definitely stepping it up on the rebounding side.
It's been a intense, tough game. A lot of loose balls, a lot of fighting on the interior as the refs are kind of not sure what they're talking about, but play will resume. Mustangs with the ball. 41-36, 16 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the game. Degler gets the inbound pass, looking for Nagel, but gets it back out to Rush. Rush back to Degler, and now they're going to call a foul on the inside away from the ball. And that's 33, Francesca DeAngelis. That was her second personal foul. So now this time it's Sodhoff going to try to inbound the ball. And another poor pass taken away. Bogue with the pass to DeAngelis. The shot is up and in. Mustangs really need to work on their passing. They've done a lot of poor passes tonight.
Yeah, we were saying it was their rebounding that's going to kill them, but I think it actually may be the passing so far. Couple turnovers just off that.
Nagel almost gets it stripped away, and now another jump ball, and this time it'll go to the Beavers. Nagel's got to do a better job of going up strong with the ball. It's really getting slapped away too easily from her. So Alicia Jones going to push up court. Sodhoff right on her, though.
Then the Mustangs really putting the pressure on the Beavers, and they're not quite sure how to handle it.
This time a turnover on the Beavers. Rush going to get it to Sodhoff. Tries putting it up, but she gets fouled. So Sodhoff will go to the line. It's Michaela Sodhoff, freshman from Bruce, South Dakota, came right in this year and has contributed nicely as a point guard, distributing the ball. First one is up and in. Sakara Molina coming in for Safransky.
You said Sodhoff contributing nicely to the team. She's not a big scorer, but she's had 56 assists so far this season. And assists really play a huge part.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound by Bonlander, though. Shot blocked, but Sodhoff ends up with it over to Nagel, and that's a big miss. You got to make that.
Yep, it's those easy shots.
Nagel wasn't really contested on that. She just rushed it too much. And those are the mistakes that have killed the Mustangs this year. Molina trying to drive, passes it off to Jones, takes a three, no good. And now another loose ball. And knocked out of bounds. Now Jesse Watt's going to come in for rush. 43-37, less than 15 minutes left to go in this game. And now a foul called before the pass on number 24, Ellen Degler. That's her third personal foul. Inbound pass to Close. She's going to get it to Jones. DeAngelis now with the ball. Might have shuffled a little bit, but no travel call. Now Jones going to drive baseline. Shot no good. Rebounded by Bonlander.
Bonlander, 6 points so far this game, 4 rebounds, excuse me. So not someone who plays a ton, but definitely making a difference here tonight.
Watts trying to look inside, gets it to Degler instead. Now Nagel gets it inside, puts it up. This time it goes in. And now the deficit down to only 4. Again, the Beavers were up as much as 20 early on in this game.
Mustangs are going to stay here and continue fighting until the very end, it looks like.
Close over to DeAngelis. Now Molina going to drive to the basket. Shot up, blocked. Out of bounds by Jessie Watts.
It's a great block by her. Nice and clean, no doubt about it, that there is no contact whatsoever.
Now Savannah Kingsbury going to come back into the game. DeAngelis going to come out, take a little breather. Mustangs have really given their faithful something to cheer about getting back into this game. A lot of people wearing pink for the Pink Zone night. 3 is up and it is good. That will quiet the crowd for a little while. Now Sothoff on the other end gets it over to Bonlander. Now Nagel trying to get to the basket, puts it up, and it's good. Allison Nagel doing a nice job getting close to double-digit points.
9.6 rebounds. She's having a strong game here tonight. As much pressure as the Beavers are putting on her, she's really working through it and continuing to go up strong.
Jones over to Close. Close driving, but threw something up, and the Mustangs end up with the ball. Sothoff over to Bonlander. Bonlander inside to Nagel. Nagel again. Nagel just dominating on the inside. Got to go with the hot hand. And why not? Good job by Nagel. Now some pressure being shown by the Mustangs. Now the crowd getting into it, making some noise. Alicia Jones puts it up. No good. Rebound by Watts. Now the Mustangs could potentially tie up the game with a three-pointer. Watts to Degler. Degler wide open for a deep 2. No good, though. Rebound by Kingsbury. Molina gets the long pass. She tries to drive baseline. Shot up, but she gets fouled. And they're going to get, I believe, yeah, Michaela Sothoff they're going to get for that foul. So that'll be 2 shots for Sakara Molina.
Molina, one of the team's stronger free throw shooters. 81% from the line she shoots.
Molina out of Hinsdale, Montana. First free throw goes in. She's one of 4 seniors on this Beaver roster. SMSU only with 1 senior. Second free throw is up, and it's good. I heard Coach Girding saying she wants a timeout if she made this one. She did. So 12 minutes exactly left. Minot State with a 48-43 lead. We're going to take a 30-second break. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
Like all new parents, my husband and I want what's best for our baby. When it came to immunizations, I wanted the facts. So I carefully researched vaccines, talking to pediatricians and other experts and asking tough questions. The answer was obvious. Vaccines like those against measles and influenza are not only a good idea, they could save our daughter's life. Take the time to get the facts. Vaccines save lives.
Welcome back to the RA facility here on the campus of SMSU. The Minot State Beavers have a 48-43 lead over the Mustangs with 12 minutes left. Looks like the Beavers are going to try for maybe a full court press, but Mustangs already got the ball over the half court line. DeRuyter over to Rush. Now back to DeRuyter, puts up a deep shot, no good, and rebound by Close. The Beavers pushing it down court now. This is Molina with the ball. Now over to Jones. Back to Molina. Bogue trying to work on the inside. Now the pass way too high. And Molina just kind of frustrated.
That's 9 turnovers for Minot State. Mustangs only have 9 as well, so they're really keeping their turnovers on the lower end tonight and forcing the other team to really work for it.
And now Safransky going to come in for Molina. Molina not happy. Rebecca rolling over to Rush. Rush, a deep pass to Val Saar. The Mustangs working around the perimeter. DeRuyter into Degler. Degler, a pass to Rolling. Nice pass back to Degler and a basket. And the Mustangs are only down by 3 now.
That was really a team effort there, and that's what the Mustangs need to keep doing, is passing it around, getting open, and finding that open person.
Nice ball movement. Degler got her first basket of the night with that one. Morgan Close over to Kingsbury. Carly Bogue trying to work to get the ball on the inside there. Shot no good. Bogue gets the rebound. Again, no good. Now a foul called. I believe that was Degler that got the rebound. It was. And now Safransky called for the foul. So now Molina going to come back into the game after taking about a minute rest. Savannah Kingsbury going to come out. So once again, the Mustangs, it's a one-possession game. They could tie this ball game up potentially with a three-pointer. It's 48-45, 10:24 left to go. Becker rolling into Saar. And now a dangerous pass, and that wasn't very smart. Now Safransky going to go in for the layup. Shot was blocked, but a foul called. And again, these Mustangs, they need to make better passes, got to make good decisions. These turnovers, especially in a close game like this, they'll kill you.
Most definitely. I mean, they have kept their turnovers on the lower end, but still, it's the passing tonight that is just killing them here. Rebounding is much better, but still, they just need to make smart decisions.
Lauren Safransky going to shoot a few free throws. First one is no good. Michaela Sodhoff, Allison Nagel both coming in. DeRuyter and Degler coming out for the Mustangs. Coach Girding having a little chat here near the sideline with Carly Bogue. Bogue kind of frustrated, only 8 points so far. She averages about almost 17 a game.
Mustangs are really holding it to her down there and making sure she doesn't get the ball or get an easy shot up there.
Safransky went 0 for 2 from the line on that trip, keeping it at a one-possession game. Rolling to Saar. Saar now to Sodhoff. Now Rush with the ball. Back over to Sodhoff. Sodhoff gets it into Saar. Kicks it back out. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Somebody's going to have to make something happen. Rush puts up a three. No good, but a traveling violation anyway. Another unforced turnover on the Mustangs. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take another quick break. Minot State with a 48-45 lead, 9:40 left to go in the game. 30-second break. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
We all have a vision of that perfect smile. But when it comes to our smile, it's not something we can draw or wait to miraculously appear. We need an orthodontist, dental specialists with 2 to 3 years of specialized education beyond dental school. Your child might be the next Picasso, so trust that brilliant smile to the right hands. Seeing an orthodontist no later than age 7 can help achieve a healthy, beautiful smile. For more information, visit braces.org.
Welcome back to the RA facility here on the campus of SMSU, where the Mustangs are only down 3, 48-45, 9 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the game. Michael Sterling and Allie Kopachik here in the alley. The Mustangs were down 28-8 at one point in the first half, but they've really come back and fought hard to make this a game.
Yeah, ever since they took that one timeout about halfway through the first half, they have come out, played strong, been fighting hard. They have limited the Beavers' big player, Carly Bogue, to only 5 rebounds and 8 points. And considering she averages 16 points per game and 11 rebounds, they're doing an amazing job at double-teaming her and keeping her away from the boards.
Bogue also with 3 fouls in this game. So the Beavers not wanting her to get in too much foul trouble. Beavers coming in at 10 and 11 overall. The Mustangs came in at 4 and 19. Jones with the ball, now over to Safransky. Close over to Molina. Bogue working to get the ball, and they're going to call a holding foul. I believe it's going to be on Valsar. It is. That's Sar's second personal foul. They're doing anything they can to try to get Bogue on the inside, and they do, and she gets a basket, now in double figures with 10 points. Assistant coach for the Beavers yelling at the players to get aggressive. That ball knocked out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Mustangs.
Obviously, their yelling is doing something because the Beavers are putting the pressure on the Mustangs again, just like they did at the beginning of the first half.
Well, we've seen not just this year, but in the games I've covered in past years, putting the pressure on the Mustangs really creates turnovers. The Mustangs have always had a little trouble with defensive pressure. Less than 9 minutes left to go. Minot State up 5. Rebecca rolling into Valsar. Shot is no good. Knocked out of bounds by Nagel. And crowd not happy with it, but that was a good call. The ball will go back to the Beavers. Mustangs once again kind of showing a little bit of a press, now a traveling violation. And so the Mustangs get the ball right back. Hope Bonlander going to come into the game. And she'll go in for Valsar.
Neither team seems to do really well under pressure, so if the Mustangs can just answer back with the pressure the Beavers are putting on them, it could come in to be a really, really close game at the end.
Rolling with the ball now over to Rush. Now Nagel gets the pass. Now to Sothoff, puts up a shot, no good. Rebound by Close. Sothoff nearly gets a steal there. Oh, Jones pushing it down court. Safransky gets the pass. Safransky over to Jones. Beavers working it around the perimeter. Now a three-pointer, no good. Bogue gets the rebound. Putback is good. And that's what happens when you have a 6'2" player on your team who had a little bit of a height advantage over the Mustang defender on her.
I mean, the Mustangs, they can just get in there and have 3 players under the basket instead of just 1 or 2. It will really help them out. But instead, they let Bo get in there and take control of the boards.
I know it's a lot easier said than done, especially when you're playing against somebody who's 6'2", but you got to find a way to box them out, not let them anywhere near the basket. If they're not close to the basket, then their height advantage doesn't really do them a whole lot of good.
Exactly. They just need to find a way to get in there and push her out as far as possible.
So the Mustangs, like we said, were down as much as 20 in the first half. They've been fighting back, but they just haven't been able to come back all the way and take back the lead. They're down by 7, 52-45, 7 minutes, 52 seconds left. And Allie, the Mustangs, they've been doing fairly well in the games this weekend. They just haven't been able to overcome these slow starts last night and tonight.
Yeah, I mean, once they get their momentum going, they are amazingly on fire. They keep pushing and everything, but then it seems that there's just something, if they miss 2 shots in a row or so, then they kind of lose that again, and it takes a while for them to get that momentum back.
Like I said, it is pink out night tonight. A lot of fans and students wearing pink in support of breast cancer awareness and a good cause. Also the Slam Dunk Don't Drive Drunk pledge going on as well. As we mentioned in the pregame, Brad Bigler and his family have received a lot of attention the last few months after the death of their son Drake in a tragic accident involving a drunk driver. So it's been kind of a busy weekend around here at SMSU, and again the Mustangs will finish off their home schedule next weekend as well, the 15th and 16th, with games against Wayne State and Augustana. So Rebecca Rowling going to inbound the ball, gets it to Rush. Mustangs might want to go back to Nagel. She had a good run there for a few minutes. Now inside to Bonlander, puts it up, and she gets fouled. So instead they go to Bonlander. It works out pretty well for them. Bonlander going to go to the free throw line.
She's having a pretty good game. 4 rebounds so far, 6 points. She's definitely showing that she is someone they need to watch.
Bonlander, a sophomore out of Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. Last year and this year has done a good job coming off the bench and providing a solid contribution. She misses the first free throw, though. In close games like these, free throws are really important.
Yeah, they definitely add up.
That second one goes in, and she really has a high-arcing shot. So it's now back to a 6-point game. Molina over to Jones. Molina gets the ball back. Now she passes it over to Jones. Now close. Gets the ball. She's going to drive. Puts up a wild shot. Not anywhere close to the basket. Now Rush bringing it up court for the Mustangs. Rolling with the ball. Now over to Sothoff. And a deep pass cross court to Rush. Puts up a 3. No good. Rebound by Bonlander. Puts it up, and it's good. Hope Bonlander really doing a good job on the inside. She's already gotten a few offensive rebounds and putbacks here in this game.
Yeah, she's had 4 offensive rebounds right so far, and offensive rebounds are the harder ones to get, but she's definitely working in the inside and fighting for the ball.
Back down to a 4-point game. The Beavers trying to hold on to this lead. 6:40 left to go in the game. Alicia Jones, cross-court pass to Close. Now it's Molina. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They need to get something up. Puts up a wild shot, and it rolls in. Big break for the Beavers.
Definitely cutting it close there.
Rush now over to Sothoff. The Beavers kind of going with a full court. Now Rush gets the pass from Nagel. Puts up a wild shot of her own. Gets her own rebound. Back out to Nagel. Nagel back to Rush. Mustangs might want to slow things down. You don't want to be in too much of a rush. Now Nagel gets the ball back out to Sothoff. Sothoff loses control of it. Now Rowland gets it. Mid-range jumper is good. And it's back down to a 4-point game. It's been back and forth, back and forth. Mustangs get a basket, then the Beavers get a basket, and then the Mustangs come right back.
The Mustangs had a little bit of a slow start, a little bit back, but now they're kicking it back into gear just like they were at the end of the first half and the beginning of this half.
See if the Mustangs can get a stop here. That shot no good. Sothoff bringing the ball down court. She's going to slow it down a little bit, though. Nagel getting the ball on the inside. The shot good. Allison Nagel now with 13 points. And it's only a 2-point game now.
Beavers looking a little bit nervous here.
Coming up on 5 minutes to play, 54-52. Molina with the ball. Now it's Safransky trying to drive, and it looked like maybe that should have been a foul. Safransky, or excuse me, a travel. Safransky took quite a few steps. They're going to say that was a shooting foul. So Safransky, who a little while ago missed both of her free throws her last trip, will go back to the line.
She again shoots 79% from the line, so hopefully she misses them both and the Mustangs can get the ball back and go shoot.
Once again, Coach Girding having a little chat with Carly Bogue, not happy with her star player. Coach Girding telling Bogue to get pissed off, which I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to make her mad.
Yeah, me neither. She looks like she could be a little bit scary when she's upset.
Nagel, and another bad pass by the Mustangs. Just when they start to get some momentum, they do something to kill it. Now close with a three-pointer, and it's good. The Beavers grabbing momentum back. The Mustangs just can't get out of their own way.
Hopefully this timeout is exactly what they need, and Kruger can talk to them and get their momentum back up just like she did the last time. They were a little bit slow here out on the court.
4:29 left to go in this game. And it's been kind of, like we said, it's been back and forth. Some decent scoring, though. Number 34, Nessa Rush with 11 points. Allison Nagel with 13. And for the Beavers, Sakara Molina with 16 points. Crystal Bogue with 12. Number 21, Morgan Close coming off the bench and scoring 11. So each team really kind of distributing the points out pretty evenly.
Yeah, and I mean the Mustangs, normally they have lower rebounding numbers. They're neck and neck. They're 31 each for both teams. So they're really stepping up their rebounding game here, which is obviously helping them out and getting those shots back up.
Big difference in shooting is three-pointers. Minot State shooting nearly 54% from three-pointers. SMSU only 23%. Rush over to Sothoff. Bonlander looking in, but instead gets it to Sothoff. Sothoff over to Rush. Now to Degler. Degler to Bonlander. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Sothoff, another bad pass, but this time a foul called on Bogan. That'll be her fourth. So one more and she's out. She has to be careful now.
The Mustangs can definitely use that to their advantage and hang on around by her and just hope for the best that she goes over the back or hits them while shooting. One thing though, the Mustangs, they're not seeing that open player in the corner always.
Sothoff puts it up, no good. She gets the ball back, tries to get it out to Bonlander. Ball knocked away, and we'll see who touched it last. I think they're going to give it to the Mustangs. Coach Girding not happy. Couldn't really see what happened there. Our vision was kind of blocked over here on this angle. Coach now referee trying to explain now to Coach Girding the reasoning for the call. So 3:53 left, and now another whistle being called. Not sure what this is about now. I think it's something with the shot clock.
Delay of game warning to the Mustang bench.
No, it's a delay of game warning to the Mustang bench. So now Savannah Kingsbury coming in for Carly Bogue. So 58-52. Now, once again, the referees kind of conferring with each other. So after a brief intermission, we're going to try to get this game going. And Sodhoff to rush. Back over to Sodhoff. Vanessa Rush with a 3. And that was no good. And with 24 seconds left on the shot clock, that was kind of a questionable shot at best.
Yeah, she probably should have waited and set up closer to the basket or found an open player who had a better shot at it.
At this point in the game, when it's close like this, you can't afford to take bad shots. Now a timeout being called. And this will be a full timeout, so we're going to step aside for about 30 seconds, take a quick break. 58-52 Beavers with the lead. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
Hey, Barrett!
Look, Timmy's in trouble again.
I told you to stay out of here! Come on, loser!
Someone should do something.
Oh, you never see that happen.
If you see abuse or neglect, learn what you can do at BeHumane.org.
Welcome back to the RI facility here in Marshall, Minnesota. The Minot State Beavers have a 58-52 lead over the SMSU Mustangs with 3 minutes 34 seconds left. And Allie, the Mustangs keep getting closer and closer, but every time they get close, they do something to kind of shoot themselves in the foot. And like I said earlier, they just can't seem to get out of their own way.
Yeah, I mean, they have the momentum going and everything, but then it's one bad pass, and it seems that the Beavers take that to their advantage, make a shot, throws the Mustangs off for a little bit. They get back into it, and then, again, they miss a shot or they throw away a pass, and they lose it all over again. They just need to keep their heads in the game and hopefully keep their momentum up and going.
Well, they're going to need to start playing consistently now. Can't afford to make mistakes at this point in the game. 3.5 minutes left. Alicia Jones over to Safransky. Now close, trying to look for Bogue, but instead dangerous cross-court pass, and that's a turnover. I don't know what she was thinking trying to make that pass.
This is what the Mustangs needed, was them to mess up somewhere and hopefully make a shot just like that.
Nagel has been on fire at points in this game. They need to get the ball to her more often, especially at these times when they need baskets.
Yeah, 15 points. She's the leading scorer for the Mustangs. Keep getting it to her while she's hot.
It's only a 4-point game. They can still afford to keep getting it inside to her. And Degler leaves her feet, and that's something you should never do. As my high school coach told me, always watch the offensive player's belly button. If it doesn't go up, you don't go up.
Exactly. The Mustangs keep missing that open player who drives in, falling for that fake shot.
Back to a 6-point game. Sodhoff tries to get it into Degler, and a foul called. We'll see who they get that on. I believe it was Morgan Close. Yep, that's who they're going to call it on. So now Degler's going to go to the line. That's the 7th team foul. So this is a 1-and-1, and Mustangs are going to need these free throws. First free throw is good, and that's a big free throw.
Yeah, like we said, the free throws do end up making all the difference at the end of the day, and so far the Mustangs haven't been too hot on them, but hopefully this will help.
Second one is up and good as well, brings it back down to a 4-point game. Rebecca Rowland coming in for Degler. Now the Mustangs going to go with that full court press again. Try to force some turnovers. This is going to be a big 2 minutes and 23 seconds. Now, timeout called. Coach Girding didn't like what she saw. Another full timeout. We're going to take another quick 30-second break. 60-56. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this ending. We'll be back. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
When you donate goods in response to an international disaster, it's expensive.
They have to cross the sea, pass through customs, be inspected, sorted, then finally delivered.
And often they arrive too late to help, making your good intentions feel a little empty.
There is a better way.
Cash donations are fast, simple, and allow professional relief workers to purchase supplies close at hand.
Cash is best. Learn more at CIDI.org.
Welcome back to the RA facility here on the campus of SMSU. The Minot State Beavers hold a 60-56 lead over the Mustangs. 2 minutes, 23 seconds left to go here in this ball game. And Allie, it's been kind of a back and forth fight for the Mustangs, and they're desperately looking for a win here.
Yeah, it's a very exciting game, considering they were down so much in the first couple minutes of the game. But now, I mean, both teams shooting about 44% from field goals. Unfortunately, the Beavers shooting 53% from the three-point line, whereas the Mustangs only 21%. So hopefully they can start making those threes or limiting the Beavers to them.
At one point in the first half, the Beavers were up 28-8, but then the Mustangs started their comeback. But they're still down by 4, so they still have some work to do. As they're going for that full court press, trying to force a turnover and a double dribble. That's a big turnover by the Beavers.
Mustangs definitely are good at putting the pressure on the other team when it comes to this full court press.
Checking in for the Beavers, number 30, Savannah Kingsbury.
Savannah Kingsbury coming in. Crystal Bogue gonna come, or Carly Bogue gonna come out. Rush over to Rolling. Rolling gets it into Nagel. Nagel tried to put up a shot, no good. Knocked out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Mustangs.
A three-pointer would be huge right now for the Mustangs. Even a foul on a three-pointer would be great for them.
Vanessa Rush over to Rebecca Rolling. Puts up a three, no good. And the Mustangs keep forcing these three-pointers. They need to take a little bit more time and try to get it inside for an easier shot. There's still a minute 50 left, and they're only down 4. No reason to rush things yet. Post with the ball. Shot clock at 7 seconds.
Mustangs not going to give them an easy shot at the basket.
Well, that certainly wasn't an easy shot, but Alicia Jones found a way to get it in. Minute and a half now. Mustangs down 6. Sodhoff looking for an open teammate. Nagel over to Rush. Now to Rolling. Now Bonlander. Nagel trying to go up with it. Once again knocked out of bounds by the Beavers.
Looks like she was trying to draw the foul there, but unfortunately it didn't get called for her.
Well, they haven't been calling those all night. I don't think they're going to start calling that now.
Mustangs can wish for it, though. Keep trying. Maybe eventually they'll catch on and see it.
Vanessa Rush going to try to inbound it. It's kind of an interesting strategy, having the shortest person try to inbound it, but it worked. Rebecca Rolling with the basket. 62-58. A minute and 4 seconds left to go in this game. So the Mustangs not ready to quit yet. And Allie, this has been pretty exciting. Both these women's games, even though last night they came out on the short end of the stick and it kind of got out of hand late. For a while there, they seemed to fight pretty hard, and tonight they've been fighting really hard as well to get back into it.
Yeah, they're not giving up, and Rebecca Rolling, normally not, again, a huge score, 10 points for her tonight so far, and she averaged about 8 points per game, so it's good that she's stepping it up here, along with Vanessa Rush, with Bree Holloman out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, it was a tough loss, losing one of the team's leaders like Bree Holloman, but I think the Mustangs, they've fought valiantly tonight, and the Beavers, they've been kind of at times wanting to pull away, but lately it's just been kind of the Mustangs just aren't ready to go away yet.
Yeah, they're not going to let them have this game easily, and they're going to fight to the very end. Hopefully follow out Carly Bogue here if she comes back into play, and that would help them out. Even if they could limit the points put up by number 12, Sakara Molina, who's having a huge game, 18 points so far for her.
People trying to get into this game here in the RA facility. A lot of people wearing their pink for the pink zone night here.
The crowd getting more excited as the game is closer and coming to a close here, and they see it's going to be a close one.
So the Beavers are going to try to inbound it. Safransky going to try to get it in. Molina gets it down court to Bogue. And another possible turnover fight for the ball. And what's the call?
Bogue does not look happy about losing that.
I think they called a jump ball. Yeah, they did call a jump ball, it looks like. So the Mustangs, 55 seconds left, only down 4. They have a chance to make it a one-possession game.
Bogue looking a little defeated as she walked off the court there. I mean, that was a huge thing that she missed.
Mustangs are going to need to make some good decisions here, though. Sodhoff trying to bring it in. Shot is good. 62-60. 42 seconds left, and now the Mustangs need to make a stop on defense. Alicia Jones going to dribble around, and now a timeout called by Coach Girding. We're going to take a quick break. 2-point game, 35 seconds left. Stay tuned for a great finish. You're watching Mustang basketball on KSSU TV.
Alone, our reach is limited. No matter how great our intentions, on our own, we can only stretch so far. But at Rotary, we believe the right group of people working together can make our communities, our world, a better place. Rotary, humanity in motion.
Welcome back to the RA facility here on the campus of SMSU, where the Minot State Beavers have a slim 62-60 lead with 35.2 seconds left to go in this game. The Beavers will be getting the ball coming out of this timeout. Mustangs don't need to foul yet, though. With 24 seconds on the shot clock, about 11-second difference between the shot and game clock and the alley. This is a big situation for the Mustangs, who absolutely, they need to make a stop on defense. There's no other option.
Yeah, and I mean, if they foul, it's all right because they don't give it the Minot Beavers bonus yet. But if the Beavers here manage to foul, could mean bad news for them. And the Mustangs forced them to have 13 turnovers and scored 17 points off that, which has been huge for the Mustangs, who normally lead in turnovers at the end of every game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty tough battle all game, except for early on when it looked like the Beavers might run away with it, but the Mustangs have really battled back. And so now this is the big situation. Mustang faithful trying to get their defense into it. Alicia Jones goes up with it. No good. Rebound by the Mustangs.
That was a huge rebound there done.
Sodhoff, that's dangerous. And a timeout called. That was a dangerous situation Sodhoff got into. Got to avoid those traps at all costs.
That right there is a huge rebound, though, by Rebecca Rowling, who got the ball easily and passed it off, which is what the Mustangs needed to get back that control, especially with 14 seconds left in the game.
14.4 seconds left, and a lot of the people in the stands standing up. Stanger, the Mustang mascot, trying to get some of the students into it as well. I don't know how you couldn't be into a game like this, coming down to a last possession situation. And the Mustangs looking to get only their 5th win of the season. Again, they're 4-19, 2-15 in conference play. The Minot State 10-11, 6-11 in conference play after a win last night against Sioux Falls. Both teams try to go over a strategy.
Could be interesting what Kruger has to say to them, because every time she seems to take a timeout for them, they come out stronger than ever.
And the Beavers are in the bonus, so if they foul SMSU, they'll be Mustangs will be shooting free throws. So both teams are getting coming out of their huddle.
Crowd is definitely excited here as this game is down to the wire.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Kruger drew up for the Mustangs. We'll see what kind of look they get from the Beavers defense. Pass to Sothoff. Pass to Rolling. Puts it up. No good. Nagel gets the ball.
And
she gets fouled. She gets fouled.
This is great for the Mustangs to have Allison Nagel at the line. Their leading free throw shooter is 77%.
Well, she's going to need to make two of them here in order to tie up this game.
She's 1 for 2 as of right now. Hopefully she can make it. Both shots.
Well, this is make or break time for the Mustangs. The first one, and that's not, that's definitely not a good sign. Well, Nagel can still make the second one, and it'll still be a one-possession game, but the Mustangs will have to foul. Coach Girding absolutely screaming at her players, and a lane violation on the Mustangs, and that's a big mistake once again. Unforced error by the Mustangs, and that might just cost them this game.
Unless they can suddenly be lucky and the Beavers throw a bad pass, or they foul and have a shot at getting the possession back in their hands.
Well, the Mustangs are going to need to foul one more time. That was only the 6th team foul. And it would be even smarter just to foul before the ball gets in to not take any time off the clock.
See if Kruger will have them do that here.
Or if they could get a really quick steal. Timeout called. And we will take another quick break. We'll be back with the end of this game, 62-60. Minot State with the lead. You are watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners
about HIV?
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Welcome to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota. 62-60, the Minot State Beavers with the lead over the SMSU Mustangs. 5.2 seconds left, and the Mustangs are probably looking at a foul right away situation. Allie, the Mustang women have fought hard tonight, but you know, like we said, they just haven't been able to finish the job.
Yeah, I mean, Allison Nagel, those 2 free throws were a key factor in the end of this game here, and I'm sure missing them didn't help the team feel any better about this, but they definitely have to fight, and I don't think they're going to give up very easily here.
Again, it'd be smarter to kind of see if they could foul before the ball is even inbounded. And a quick foul, and there'll be 4.5 seconds left. Hope Bonlander called for the foul, so now it'll be a 1-and-1 situation. It'll be Sakara Molina going to the line.
Unfortunately, she's one of the team's best free throw shooters, 81% here. Probably not the smartest player to follow, but hopefully she misses it. Mustangs can get the rebound and put up a quick 3-point shot.
And even if she makes one of the free throws, it'll still be a one-possession game. But the Mustangs need to make sure that they box out. Now they're really going to need to make sure they box out. That first free throw went in. 63-60 now, and this, she makes it, would pretty much ice the game. and it does go in. Now the Beavers might as well just back up on defense, because the only way the Mustangs can tie is with a three-pointer and a foul, but that's not going to happen. Carly Bowe gets the steal, and a disappointing ending for the Mustangs, who fought hard, but at the end it just wasn't good enough. The Minot State Beavers come out with a 64-60 victory over the Mustangs. We're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we're going to wrap up with final stats and final thoughts here on KSSU TV. Stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.
American Hero.
I want to help people. I want to make a difference. I want to get things done. Could I be a hero?
She had to apply.
I should give this a try.
There she met people who shared her passion, people who wanted to make change, people who joined AmeriCorps. They cleaned beaches, they helped wildlife. Together they served, together they made a difference. Together they were heroes.
In AmeriCorps, you can be a hero too.
Join AmeriCorps.
Ladies, are you talking to your partners
about HIV?
2 out of every 3 new HIV/AIDS cases in women are among black women.
Get informed, get tested. Early detection can save your life. If you test positive, seek treatment from a doctor.
Join the campaign to end Black AIDS, a partnership between Abbott and the Magic Johnson Foundation. Go to WeStandWithMagic.com, get resources, and become a member.
And join today, and thank you.
Like all new parents, my husband and I want what's best for our baby. When it came to immunizations, I wanted the facts. So I carefully researched vaccines, talking to pediatricians and other experts and asking tough questions. The answer was obvious. Vaccines like those against measles and influenza are not only a good idea, they could save our daughter's life. Take the time to get the facts. Vaccines save lives.
We all have a vision of that perfect smile. But when it comes to our smile, it's not something we can draw or wait to miraculously appear. We need an orthodontist, dental specialists with 2 to 3 years of specialized education beyond dental school. Your child might be the next Picasso, so trust that brilliant smile to the right hands. Seeing an orthodontist no later than age 7 can help achieve a healthy, beautiful smile. For more information, visit braces.org.
Welcome back to the RA facility here in Marshall, Minnesota, where the Minot State Beavers survive a scare over the SMSU Lady Mustangs with a 64-60 victory. And Allie, what are some final thoughts and final stats that you took away from this game?
Well, it was a very exciting game. Unfortunately, it ended badly for the Mustangs, but as I said, exciting. Allison Nagel, 15 points, 9 rebounds. Anessa Rush, another huge game with 11 points, 4 rebounds. And Rebecca Rowling, 10 points and a rebound there. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, because on the other side you have Molina Sakara with 20 points, Alicia Jones 11 points, Carly Bogue 12 points, huge rebounding night for her as well with 6 rebounds. The Mustangs fought hard, but unfortunately it wasn't enough for them.
So the Mustangs, once again, just much like last night, they fight hard to try to get back into the game, but at the end of the day it wasn't good enough. They just did too many things to kind of defeat the purpose of coming back. They couldn't get out of their own way. Too many bad passes, and then a Nagel at the end wasn't able to make those free throws. So the Mustangs fall to 4-20, 2-16 in conference play. The Minot State Beavers improved to 11-11, 7-11 in conference play. The Beavers, their next game will be February 22nd. They will be, February 15th. They'll be hosting Bemidji State. Tip-off set for 6 o'clock. And then next home game for the Lady Mustangs, it will be Wayne State. That game at 6 o'clock, and KSSU TV will be broadcasting that one as well. So Allie did a good job tonight.
This is great hosting with you here.
Good. It was an exciting game to call. Spencer Mills and I will be calling the men's game coming up in about 25 minutes, half an hour. The SMSU men, coming off a close victory last night against the University of Mary, they will be hosting the Minot State men here in a little while. So we will take a little bit of a break. When we come back, we will bring you SMSU men's basketball. So stay tuned. You're watching Mustang basketball here on KSSU TV.